This is a postcard of Pearsonville, California. It's one of those towns that looks better on paper than it does in real life.
We started here and there was absolutely nothing.
Pearsonville sits at the bottom of a long, shallow dip along Highway 395, one of many dips in the northern Mojave. In fact, by the time travelers get to Pearsonville, there's a good chance their brains will have dipped out 50 miles back, which means that if they don't look quick, they'll miss the cultural significance of this place. Could you tell me what this hubcap came off of?
That's off a Chevy.
What about this one here?
That's off a Plymouth.
What about this one here?
Oldsmobile.
What about this one here?
That's junk.
Junk. Through 30 years, Lucy Pearson has learned to make such distinctions. Her patch of land has enough hubcaps lying around to outfit an LA traffic jam. We're not talking hundreds of hubcaps. If she ever counts them all, they may total in the hundreds of thousands.
I use my hubcaps for everything.
You don't cook in them, do you?
Sometimes I do.
The hubcaps come from everywhere, junkyards mostly, but Lucy has such a reputation that they have been known to materialize on her doorstep. The good ones get cleaned and stacked and categorized and then sold to customers all around the world.
I love to sort them out, and put them where they belong. If a Dodge belongs in a Dodge, a Plymouth belongs in a Dodge, and Chrysler and Plymouth, Cadillac.
The filing system does make sense, but only to her.
Dusty.
Officially speaking, Hubcap Lucy may be the person who has put Pearsonville on the map, but it didn't take us long to discover that she is only the tip of this community's social iceberg. The first thing you need to know is that all the people who live here are quite accommodating.
See, it's moving. It's moving.
That's why Cadillac Jack and his friend Jimbo are busting a gut. They're trying to push 30 tons of LA trolley out of a barn and down 100 feet of track to a dead end in the middle of the desert. You spend a lot of time pushing the streetcar?
No.
Incidentally, Cadillac Jack got that name because he tools around town in this 1941 sedan.
I have a manual adjustment on the charging current.
That's the ignition system he rewired, and the paint job took 18 cans of Krylon. Jack keeps the car for the same reason he bought the trolley, a fascination with antique electrical engineering.
I put the extension cord on the trolley pole, and then I'll run it on out till almost the edge and then stop.
And then where do you go?
Then I just coast back in again.
And then where do you go?
Back out again.
Life's pretty good in the desert, huh?
It is, it is.
Lucy, is it safe to say that most people in Pearsonville are a little bit different?
No, they're not dingy. No, if that's what you mean. They're not dingy.
To back that up, the next thing she did was send us over to meet Buddy. As Don Pearson will now show us, this is one junkyard dog that works for a living.
Buddy, would you go get me a boat trailer tire, please? Go get me a tire, thank you.
Okay, so maybe that's no big deal. Lots of dogs like to bite tires. Well...
Buddy, will you go get me a hose for a 57 Edsel, an upper radiator hose, please? Buddy, would you go get me a fan belt for the tow truck? Why don't you go get the hubcap? It's for an '84 Honda this time.
And it's fitting that we finish with hubcaps. They are, after all, how Pearsonville began and the commodity that turned this place from a dip in the road to a dot on the map. You could have collected teacups.
Yeah, but I don't like teacups.
From Pearsonville in the northern Mojave, Wayne Freedman, Channel 7 News.